Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Jason Pye. I'm a Los Angeles contractor, designer, and developer. And we're gonna be doing a series called Buy, Build, Sell. If you're new to this channel, I used to do a series called Buy, Build, Sell on my own projects, which was basically taking you through the buy, the build, and the sell on my projects. And I'm gonna take that idea, bring that down to a mini version, and go through the buy, build, sell on houses that are actually in LA that are on the market that we can talk about. So I can go through and show you what those were purchased for, what they probably were built for. I'll give a rough guesstimate, and then what they're selling for and where those numbers will land for them. So we're gonna take you through 3 houses today, and I'm gonna show you some of the most luxurious homes that are on the market right now in Los Angeles. Can't wait to show you these houses, show you what's going on with them. They're pretty incredible. Again, if you want to see them, we'll leave the links to all the homes in the bio. You can check them out individually, but they're really cool homes and I can't wait to show you them. Okay, so house 1. This is actually a legendary home that is not new to the market. This isn't a new construction home. This is a home that is a pretty big deal in Los Angeles. It's called the Manor, and it's actually the Spelling Manor. If you don't know who the Spellings are, they are a pretty big Hollywood producer family. I think 90210 was like one of the big ones, but it was basically built for Aaron Spelling and his wife Candy in 1988, and they bought the land from the legendary Bing Crosby in 1983. So it took just 5 years to actually get plans started. Okay, like that's how big this lot is. That's how big the house is. There's a lot going on here. So there's actually a lot of stuff you can find online about this house, but basically construction started in 1986. Crazy, I mean, like for me to have 20 guys on a job site is insane. They would have 150 guys a day working on this house. The property alone is just under 5 acres, and you're talking about 56,000 square feet of buildable space. That's a lot. Like there's numbers online that'll show you, it's insane. But today the house is being sold for $155 million. That's a $20 million drop from its highest asking price at $175 million. So it's a big house, it's a big number. We're looking at a lot of stuff here. I did some deep dive digging, and it was about $10 million to build this thing. So that's nothing in comparison to what we probably see today. I think that if you were trying to build that property today, you'd easily be, I want to say 5 times, maybe even more. Like, yeah, I would say maybe $40–50 million is probably more in the range of where it would be. And if you really thought about that, I mean, the land alone, the build and everything like that, you'd probably be looking at an exit at about 155, 175-ish, in that range. It's a big deal, and it's been bought and sold many times, so it's hard to say where the buy is and where the sell is. But overall, if somebody sold this thing for $155 million, they're gonna make money. Don't you worry about it. People don't think about this, but owning a house like that is just super expensive to own. Like, people don't realize what a gardener costs for a house like that. Like, you know, if you're in a 7,500 square foot lot, maybe you're spending $100 to $300 a month for someone to come and service your property every month. It's not that cost when you're dealing with a property this size. It's thousands. It's, you know, wait staff and waiters, and I mean, you're spending money to just live there. It's not even the mortgage. Like, forget the mortgage. It's everything else. So it's an expensive ordeal, but let's see if it sells. I can't wait to see what that number goes for. It's in a great pocket, and you guys got to check that listing out. All right, house number 2. This house is on Stradella in Bel Air. That is probably one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in LA. It's an amazing place. Maybe you've heard of it, Will Smith, Prince of Bel Air, right? That area, that's what we're talking about right here. We're gonna look at the buy right now. This has an interesting history on it because it's gone from literally just a few years back in 2013 for $6 million to 3 years ago. So we're in 2023. So in 2020, this thing sold for $60 million. So that's a huge jump from literally 6 million to 60 million in just basically a 10-year span. or 7 years, I guess, but that's a quick jump. And then to go from 60 million to today where it's being sold for 50 million, it's an amazing house. It's obviously a mansion of amazing views. It's got 360 views all the way around. It's got high-end appliances. It's got a great array of just incredible amenities. It's got an amazing pool, kitchen, landscaping. I mean, it's an incredible piece of property. And I look at this build and I'm thinking, okay, if I had to go in and buy this thing for $60 million and I'm putting it at a $150 million sale, just from the looks of it, checking out the house and seeing what's been done, I would honestly be pricing this build today roughly about the same price that I looked at for the Spelling Manor mansion. You're looking at probably about a $40 million build, maybe more. The house listing is listed by Aaron Kerman and his team. He's a big real estate agent who's done a lot of numbers out here, so he's definitely the right team for the job. But this is not an easy feat. It's a big number to sell, but the house, it looks like it's just worth it. It's an incredible property and I'm just stunned by it. So take a look at it. I'm gonna say 40 to 50 million is the build on this guy. You know, the bigger you go, the bigger you build, the bigger the numbers are, the more profit there is in them. You know, it's just the way it is. You know, if you're doing a $500,000 flip, you're not gonna make the same money that you'd be making if you just doubled up that investment. So that's that one. So let's look at the Ruffin, because the Ruffin is a unique property. So this is also in Bel Air, okay? It's called the Ruffin. It's $140 million. So that's a huge number as well. This is on a bigger piece of land. It's on a 2-acre prime real estate piece of land. It does not have the same views that the Stradella property has, but it doesn't matter. We're not looking for those sort of things when we're looking at these properties anyways. We're looking at the size of the home. We're looking at what amenities it comes with, what the property is gonna say to the people that come visit you there. When you're buying a home of this stature, you're not really buying it going, oh, okay, I really want, you know, a big piece of land, or I really want X, Y, and Z. You're going, okay, what are people going to be saying when they show up? Like parties and, you know, events of that nature. You know, the rooftop deck offers, you know, more space and things like that. Like, you know, people aren't gonna go into too much detail about what the house is, but obviously every single aspect of the home needs to, you know, scream amazing quality. But that doesn't, like, people are really just like saying, what does this house say about the person that bought it? That's really what it says. It's not, the person who's buying it isn't going, I really want 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, and, you know, my kids can run around and play. They're not thinking that. It's just not what's happening in this level of a game. It sold for $10 million in 2013. 10 years later, it is now $139 million for sale. And I think, looking at this property, first of all, absolutely stunning. I actually think this house is nicer than the Stradella property. Obviously, you know, the Spelling Manor, I don't think anyone can really beat that. It's just such a sprawling lot, and like, to me, land is, it's more enticing and cool. This house is more gold and, you know, has cool features, the garage, the double layer cars. You gotta check this stuff out. This isn't like, you know, I'm not touring the house and like showing you guys the house or anything like that. Obviously there's some B-roll video of it, but overall, it's a really cool piece of property. It has great views. It's not 360, but I would say that I just like this house a little bit more. I gotta say, I think this house was probably built for maybe the same, probably also 50 million, would be my guess. And I wouldn't be shocked if it was more. I wouldn't be shocked. Honestly, now that I'm really thinking about it, it wouldn't be so crazy for these things to be costing more. But you know, I gotta be honest, I've never built a, you know, mansion of that size before. My biggest build was, you know, maybe $3-4 million in cost. So that's kind of where my head is. And I'm just seeing these things going, you know, adding them up. You know, I'm getting to $50-60 million range. But to say that I'd be wrong, I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong. I would say that might be where it is. It might be a lot more, it might be a lot less. But yeah, I think these guys are making some serious money. Even if they had to take a $10 million hit, $20 million hit, I still think these were great deals. So these are the top 3 luxurious homes in LA that are for sale right now. Those are the buy, build, sells on them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know. Leave me some comments down below in the comments, because I want to know if this works. If this doesn't work, I can do more. I can do better. You know, we can be more strategic in how we're doing these videos. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Of course, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and let me know down below. And I will see you, no matter what, on the next video.